Welcome back to Midday. Mark Bertoli of Abbott Wealth joins us. How are you?
I'm fabulous.
Having a good weekend and enjoying the week. I know.
It's great.
It is great. Enjoy it. It's not going to last.
Yeah.
Sorry to give you some bad news, but it'll pick right back up again. It's good.
That's good.
It's good. It's like our dollar. It goes up and down, and that's kind of what we're talking about right now.
Yeah,
global
we're
currencies.
gonna, the big news this week, and try and take a very complex thing and make it simple. But the yuan in China is down 3.5% in 2 days, and they. First time in recent history, they've purposely devalued their currency.
Okay. And
we talked about this in Canada, where we lowered interest rates and our currency went down, and how we're paid in American dollars for crude oil and things like that.
Right.
And it's a good thing for our exports because, well, right now, Americans can come and visit Canada here, and they're getting over $1.30 for every dollar they spend.
Exactly.
So what's happening in China, which is an export and manufacturing economy as well, is they've lowered their currency so that their exports are more competitive around the world.
Nice.
However,
it's not always a good thing.
We also sell them copper.
Right.
So companies like Highland Valley and so on also feel the effect of that lowered currency. Because if we're selling in their currency, we get paid essentially 3.5% less for every product we sell to them.
Right. So it's good for the actual country that's doing it, but not for the people that are trying to
When you're
sell
selling
to them.
product like exports, that's one thing, and if they're lowering, that hurts us. See, in the other regard is the United States, where our low dollar is really good.
Right.
That's helping us. But interesting to see how this plays out.
Bringing in tourism for us as well, people coming here to shop and all that sort of stuff.
It is, but you got to watch, because lowering your currency is a way for a country to create jobs, spur manufacturing, spur exports, and things like that. Well, if everyone keeps doing it, the net effect is zero.
Right.
Right. So we really
want everybody to catch on at the same time.
We really want to watch that, and countries are very aware when other countries are doing that and are called to question over it.
Right. And how's our dollar looking right now? Is it slowly going to kind of climb right now, or?
There's an oil thing with our dollar. Is one regard. There's also that if oil went back up, our dollar could go back up. But also there's talk of the Federal Reserve in the U.S. Raising interest rates in the U.S., which will strengthen their dollars and hurt ours.
Okay.
So.
All right. So there's always a positive and negative to every side of it.
It's all a balancing act.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Shall we go to our question of the day as well?
Sure.
All right. So today's question is, what happens when I over-contribute to my TFSA, which is the tax-free savings account?
Right.
Right. So what happens now?
So we are working with a number of clients these days. What happens is people don't really understand the rules around tax-free savings accounts. So right now you're allowed a net invested of $41,000. Okay. Some people in the beginning thought that, we can put $41,000 there and $41,000 there and so on. So what happens when you're over contributed? So let's say that you come in and you see us and you say, I want to open it up, and we would ask and say, do you have another tax-free saving? No, they don't. No. Right. But quietly they have one somewhere else. Right. What happens is CRA picks this up. Right. And the penalty is 1% per month on the account. Wow. So for instance, if there's $20,000 sitting and you're over by $20,000, that's $200 a month. 10 months, you've got a $2,000 fine sitting in your lap. So it's very important. Full disclosure to the people you're dealing with. This is not just a savings account. There's some complex rules and penalties around it. Originally, this happened because we had a situation where people were putting $1 million when it first came out into a tax-free savings, and the penalty was 1%. Big deal if they made 20%. So it's tax-free, but there's still penalties around that. Well, it was 1%. So people really abused it. So CRA really tightened up the rules. Yeah. So look into that. You can't really keep that a secret. Ask questions and full disclosure with tax-free savings, and you won't find yourself in trouble. And tax-free, does that work for everybody too? Is it something that everyone should look into? It does. And I just want to say one more thing. You can go to, just Google My CRA, and you can open up an account and look at your specific what they have recorded as your net invested, and it'll tell you what your allowable contribution can be. Okay, so you don't have to step over that line. Nice. So then that's easy for you to see there before you go ahead and invest anymore. Right. Awesome. Thank you so much. All the info is on the screen for you there if you want to get a hold of Mark and his team. AbbottWealth.com. Thanks so much for coming on. Thank you. We've got more Midday coming up for you right after the break.